Dear students, let's start from the beginning of the page. We have done up to this page number 66. Here the scene is that it is on page number 65, description of this girl. Wanda didn't have any friends. She came to school alone and went home alone. About the nature of this girl and how these girls, they used to make fun of this Wanda, how they teased that, how they made fun of this girl. Wanda, Peggy would say when they meet on the spot or in the school itself, Wanda, Peggy would say in a most courteous manner as though she were talking to Miss Mason. Miss Mason, you know, is their teacher. Wanda, she would say, giving one of her friends a nudge or touch. When we make fun of other, तो हम दूसरे को हंसने के लिए उसको hint करते हैं कि see what I am doing. Nudge, a gentle push on the shoulder. Tell us, how many dresses did you say you had hanging up in your closet? In your closet, how many dresses you have? Now this girl asked Wanda, Peggy, who used to make fun of Wanda Petrovsky. 100, Wanda would say. 100, exclaimed all the little girls incredulously, and little ones would stop playing hopscotch and listen. Hopscotch, I think it is a game of like we draw the squares on the floor and just throwing stones and picking and jumping, hopping. That is hopscotch. इसको शापुरी बोलते हैं. Yay, 100, all lined up, said Wanda. Then her thin lips drew together in silence. Wanda was of that nature that she was not so free that she was a reserved kind of nature. She only shared what the other person want to ask. And whenever they asked her about her dresses, her closet, just making her aware of his weakness, we can say, or in a teasing way, when they asked Wanda, she just replied that she was having 100 all lined up in the closet. She had 100 dresses. What are they like? All silk, I bet, said Betty. Yeah, all silk, all colors. Velvet too. Yeah, velvet too. 100 dresses, Wanda. 100 dresses. Obviously, the only dress Wanda had was the blue one she wore every day. And she used to tell them that she was having all colors. Yeah, velvet too, 100 dresses, would repeat proudly, all lined up in my closet. Then they would let her go, and then before she had gone very far, they couldn't help bursting into shrieks and peals of laughter. When someone talk to you and you cross that place and they laugh at your back, I can say, so we come to know that they were making fun. No, they were just trying to make fun of that person. जिसको हम backbiting कहते हैं, that is talking about some person, but laughing at that means making fun of. How many shoes did you say you had? 60 pairs, all lined up in my closet. Cries of exaggerated politeness greeted this. All night means they were so polite when they talked to that girl. You can't say from their tone that they were teasing. Oh no, every pair is different, all colors, all lined up. Peggy, who had thought of this game, and Maddie, her inseparably friend, were always the last to leave. And when they girls in a group, they teased this girl, Peggy and Maddie were the last one to leave the place. Finally, Wanda would move up the street, her eyes dull and her mouth closed, hitching her left shoulder every now and then in the funny way she had, finishing the walk to school alone. And after this teasing, this girl used to go to the school hitching her left shoulder. I think you have read one another chapter. When a child has some kind of complex, or you might have watched that movie Hitchki. In that it is very much, in very clearly it is presented in that movie, where the protagonist, the actress, she have this kind of कॉम्प्लेक्स जब किसी के दिमाग में कोई कॉम्प्लेक्स होता है या कुछ बचपन का ऐसा कुछ स्ट्रेन हो स्ट्रेस हो इट अपीयर्स इन देयर बिहेवियर उनके बिहेवियर में आ जाता है उनके डेली फिजिकल एक्टिविटी में आ जाता है so that kind of action he used to do. Wanda would move up the street, her eyes dull and her mouth closed, hitching her left shoulder every now and then. Every now and then means after some seconds. In the funny way she had finishing the walk to school alone. और कोई दूसरा इंसान अगर उसको देखे ऑब्जर्व करे तो उसको फनी लगता है बट वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट इट इज सम काइंड ऑफ अ कॉम्प्लेक्स इन द चाइल्ड और द पर्सन. Peggy was not really cruel. She protected small children from bullies. Peggy was not really cruel. Actually, Peggy was not such kind of cruel person. She protected small children from bullies and she cried for hours if she saw an animal mistreated. वो इतनी बुरी भी नहीं थी. If anybody had said to her, "Don't you think that a cruel way to treat Wanda?" she would have been very surprised. Cruel? Why did the girl say she had 100 dresses? Now, these lines shows that she was not actually so cruel that she intentionally made fun of that girl, but she was just irritating. She felt irritating when this girl says that she has 100 dresses in the closet, whereas he used to wear very regular and shabby clothes. Anybody could tell that that was a lie. She just want to get that lie. She want to. I think that she want Wanda to admit that she didn't have much dresses. But we should never make other person those who are not so financially strong. We should not make them realize that it is not good. But this girl didn't like that lie. Why did she want to lie? And she wasn't just an ordinary person. Else, why did she have a name like that? Anyway, they never made her that. But she was not so cruel to make her that. As for Maddie, this business of asking Wanda every day how many dresses and how many hats and how many this and that she had was bothering her. Now this other girl, Maddie, she was also concerned how this girl made fun of that Wanda. Maddie was poor herself. Why she was concerned? Because she was also of the same standard. How many this and that she had was bothering her. Maddie was poor herself. She usually wore somebody's hand-me-down clothes. Hand-me-down means when we don't want to wear any clothes anymore. So sometimes we pass it to other person. They are in good condition and we give it to other to wear in a helping way. So she used to wear those kind of clothes. Thank goodness. She didn't live up on Bogey's heights or have a funny name. But she feels safe that she didn't live up there on Bogey's heights and she didn't have a funny name like this, Wanda Petronsky. Now see, on these two pages, you will get on these two pages, you will get the description of all three girls. Right? So you should somewhere note it down, mark it, that here you can collect the information about the girls. Sometimes when Peggy was asking Wanda those questions in that mocking, polite voice. See, it is mocking also, but it is polite. Mocking is again making fun of someone. Maddie felt embarrassed and studied the marbles in the palms of her hand, rolling them around and saying nothing herself. Not that she felt sorry for Wanda exactly. She was not sorry for Wanda exactly. She would never have paid any attention to Wanda if Peggy had not invented the dresses game. So she was involved in this all game, all this making fun of this girl, this entertainment, only for Peggy, who was her best friend. But suppose Peggy and all the others started in or on her nest. Now she's thinking that if Peggy changes the focus, instead of Wanda, she starts making fun of herself, of her, this Maddie, she wasn't as poor as Wanda. Perhaps, but she was poor. She admits that she was also poor like Wanda. Of course, she would have more sense than to say she had 100 dresses. But for God's sake, she was not so liar, we can say. Means all both of these girls, they were concerned that why this Wanda says that she had 100 dresses. Still, she would not like for them to begin on her. She wished Peggy would stop teasing Wanda Patnansky. So here we can feel, we can see the concern, Maddie's concern for Wanda. She does not want Peggy to make fun of this girl, Wanda, poor girl, but she was also just getting to the point, want to know, or just teasing this girl by because she was always saying that she had 100 dresses. So this is the only point which disturbed both of these girls. Today, even though they had been late to school, Maddie was glad she had not had to make fun of Wanda. It means they did not meet, or Wanda did not meet them on the way. She worked her arithmetic problems absent-mindedly. Means earlier they used to come together on the way they are making fun of this Wanda, but today, luckily, this they did not meet, or this Wanda did not meet them on the way. She worked her arithmetic problems. She was solving maths, but absent-mindedly, somewhere she was not present there. She was thinking about this Wanda. 8 times 8, let's see. She wished she had the nerve to write Peggy a note. She was wishing to, she was willing to write a note to Peggy. She wanted, because she knew she never would have the courage to speak right out to Peggy. क्योंकि वो जानती थी कि वो पैगी को ये बात फेस पे नहीं कह सकती. What she want to share? She want to say, "Hey Peg, let's stop asking Wanda how many dresses she has." Means they should stop asking this Wanda how many dresses she has. When she finished her arithmetic, she didn't start a note to Peggy, but when she finished her arithmetic, she did start a note to Peggy. She started. Suddenly she paused and shuddered, but she stopped. Why? She pictured herself in the schoolyard, a new target for Peggy and the girls. Means this was the only fear she was always scared of, being a prank to this girl. She knew that if she suggested Peggy, or if she requests Peggy someday, if she just suggests her not to make fun of this Wanda, she will make her target. Means she would start making fun of this Peggy. Peggy might ask her where she got the dress that she had on, and Maddie would have to say it was one of Peggy's old ones. Means what was the fear? That Peggy, Maddie was herself. She used to wear the old dresses of Peggy, and she would ask her in the public that whose dress she is wearing, or she was wearing at that moment. Then she had to reply. Maddie would have to say it was one of Peggy's old ones that Maddie's mother had tried to disguise with new trimmings so no one in room 13 would recognize it. She would have to admit that Maddie's mother just renovated these, just altered in a way that they are not recognized by the other children, that these are the dresses of Peggy. Here you can see the use of conditional tense also, the third form of conditional tense. She is imagining that it could happen, but it didn't. If only Peggy would decide of her own accord to stop having fun with Wanda. And it could not happen until that girl, she decides that she should not make fun of this girl, Maddie. Oh, well, Maddie ran her hand through her short blonde hair as though to push the uncomfortable thoughts away. Now she just gave a shake to herself that she shouldn't talk about this think about this all nonsense. What difference did it make? Slowly, Maddie tore into bits the note she had started. Means she again lose that courage when this thought disturbed her that Peggy can change the focus, the target. She might be the target, the focus of this girl to be made fun of. She just teared the note. This note for far too clear. She just decided not to say something to Peggy or suggest in any way. She was Peggy's best friend. No doubt she was Peggy's best friend, and Peggy was the best liked girl in the whole room. Now, in a way, because you should be having this characterization in minds also that what kind of girls are, because you may get any kind of long questions, and you are having long questions. You should have the characters, all the features, all the characteristics of the characters. That what are the kind? Now you see, Peggy, this Peggy, she was the best liked girl in the whole room. It is not so. If I would say that a person who just make fun of others all the time, it is not so that he or she is popular in all students. No, because the good students will never like him. But it was not. She was best liked girl in the whole room. Means she was having some qualities that she was popular. Peggy could not possibly do anything that was really wrong. She thought. Now she would never do anything very wrong to others. As for Wanda, she was just some girl. Here she is comparing both of the girls. She was friend of both, and she's thinking she's comparing this Peggy and Wanda. As for Wanda, if we talk about Wanda, she was just some girl. Mark this determiner, some. Some means hardly noticed by others, who lived up on Bogey's heights and stood alone in the schoolyard. She scarcely ever said anything to anybody. So usually students are or they enjoy the company of the person who enjoy, isn't it? You just imagine the classroom environment when we are in the class. There are different groups of the students, and they are having their different qualities, with their different features. If we try, if we try to just check them, means some are very all the time entertaining, I will say, but some are serious and entertaining. Some students are very serious, or they require more confidence. But we should always keep one thing in mind, students, that we all are same in the class, or a person should not be judged by the clothes he wears. That's why this uniform is there. Keep this thing in mind that uniform is not any symbol for the school. They are no doubt a symbol for the school to be recognized. The child should be recognized by the uniform. But another purpose of uniform, when we discuss articles or debates on uniform, you know that we wear uniform so that there should be no discrimination, financial discrimination in the mind of the children. So this Wanda, she was some girl who lived up on Boggins and stood alone in the schoolyard. She scarcely ever said anything to anybody. It means hardly those children, those students who talk very less to others. They should be, we can say that they must be having some complex. The only time she talked was in the schoolyard about her 100 dresses. And the only means of communication, sometimes it becomes a means of communication कि बार बार बच्चे उसको उस बात के लिए पूछते हैं, और they knew that that child will respond this and they will enjoy it. So she always asked for dresses, and the answer was the same. Maddie remembered her telling about one of her dresses, pale blue with colored trimmings, and she described the dresses. And she remembered another that was brilliant jungle green with red sash. Red sash. This sash is a broad piece of ribbon or satin or cloth which is put on the child neck or shoulder. जब हम कोई when we win some award, जैसे हम लोग मिस स्कूल निकालते हैं या मिस यूनिवर्स निकालते हैं ना, when they are awarded, so they are supposed to put on this sash on their shoulder, falling on the opposite side. You would look like a Christmas tree, that the girls had said in pretending admiration. This girl used to describe the dresses that she was having, this pale blue with a color trimming. These she described the dresses in such a clear description was there that they could imagine. And one in the green and red sash. Now the girls had said in pretending admiration, the children always talk about her dresses. Thinking about Wanda and her 100 dresses, all lined up in the closet, Maddie began to wonder. Now she starts wondering about her 100 dresses, all lined up in the closet. Maddie began to wonder who was going to win the drawing and coloring contest. Now here we are going to know about a contest. These students, these children, we are going to have a contest. For girls, this contest consisted of designing dresses, and for boys of designing motorboats. They were going to have a contest. For girls, it was designing dresses, and for boys, it was for designing motorboats. But a very minor facts you should note this year, because you will be having MCQs also during that extent you may have, or you should go for very marking, you should go on marking the very minute descriptions. Probably Peggy would win the girls' medal. Peggy do better than anyone else in the room. Drawing of Peggy was very nice. At least that's what everybody thought. ऐसा सबको लग रहा था कि that Peggy will win the prize. She could copy a picture in a magazine or some film star's head so that you could almost tell who it was. She was very clearly, she could draw any dress or person. Oh, Maddie was sure Peggy would win. Well, tomorrow the teacher was going to announce the winners. Tomorrow the teacher was going to announce the winners. Then they would know. The next day it was drizzling. It was drizzling outside, drizzling. A very rain, small drops falling in the form of rain, drizzling. बहुत regular हल्की सी बूंदाबांदी जिसको बोलते हैं. Maddie and Peggy hurried to school under Peggy's umbrella. Naturally, on a day like this, they didn't wait for Wanda. Means earlier they used to wait for Wanda on the way so that they could make fun of this girl or entertain him on the way. Petrovsky on the corner of the Olive Street. The street was that far away under the railroad tracks and up the hill led to Boggin's Heights. They used to wait for her on the corner of the Olive Street. Anyway, they weren't taking chances on being late today. So they were not taking any chance for being late, so they didn't wait for her. Because today was important. Why it was important? Do you think Miss Mason would announce the winners today? Asked Peggy. Oh, I hope so. The minute we get in, said Maddie. Of course, you will win back. Now this girl just encouraged or hope that this Peggy will win. Hope so, said Peggy eagerly. Peggy was also interested and hopeful that she will win the prize. The minute they entered the classroom, they stopped. They stopped short and gasped. There were drawings all over the room, on every ledge and windowsill, dazzling colors and brilliant, lavish designs, all drawn on great sheets of wrapping paper. Now, what happens when they enter the classroom? There were all this. They stopped short and gasped. These answerless. They were gazing at. They stare at. There were drawings all over the room. चारों तरफ rooms में drawings थी. On every ledge and windows, हर जगह पे जैसे हम क्लास में कोई एग्जीबिशन हम शो करते हैं, dazzling color and brilliant lavish designs, grand designs. They were having all dresses, lavish dresses, formal dresses, all drawn on great sheets of wrapping paper. There must have been 100 of them, and all just they were unable to count, but just estimated that they must be 100. There must have been 100 of them, all lined up. These must be the drawings for the contest, and they were sure that these were the drawings of the contest. They were. Everybody stopped and whistled or murmured, admiring, and all were admiring the dresses, the drawings of the dresses hanged in the room, all around the room. As soon as the class had assembled, Miss Mason announced the winner. Jack Baggy had won for the boy, she said, and his design for our outboard motor was an exhibition in the room number 12. This Jack Baggy's Jack Baggles, he had won for the boys, and it was exhibited in the room number 12, along with the sketches by all the other boys. As for the girls, she said, although just one or two sketches were submitted by most of the girls had submitted only one or two. One girl and room 13 should be proud of her. We should feel proud. This one girl actually drew 100 designs, and 100 designs were drawn by the single girl, all different and all beautiful. In the opinion of the judges, any one of the drawing is worthy of winning the prize. Every single drawing was worthy of winning the prize, but prize worthy. I am very happy to say that Wanda Petrosky is the winner of the girls' medal. And these were all designed and drawn by this little girl, this white girl, Wanda. You can see on the coming pages, beta, you will be seeing all the dresses, and no, not even a single dress. If you see, not even a single dress matches the design of the other. In the preceding pages of the book of this chapter, you will be getting these. Unfortunately, Wanda has been absent from school for some days and is not here to receive the applause that is due to her. She was not coming to school. She had not been coming. Let us hope she will be back tomorrow. Now class, you may file around the room quietly and look at her exquisite drawings. You can enjoy watching the drawings. The children burst into applause, and even the boys were glad to have a chance to stamp on the floor. The boys, they want to stamp on the floor to applaud the girl. Put their fingers in their mouths and whistle. Though they were not interested in dresses. Boys are always interested in making noise. So they just want to applaud the girl making great noise. They were admiring the drawings. Look, Peg, whispered Maddie. That there is that blue one she told us about. Isn't it beautiful? Yes, said Peggy. And here is that green one, boy. And I thought I could draw. So children, you can see the dresses she described to the girls, they were also drawn on in her drawings. So you will proceed with in the next session with the chapter. Thank you.